If you've been dying to see what happens in the next season of the hit Netflix series Bridgerton, we've got you covered. Not only is season 3 in production, but we've also got some first look photos too. We'll start with the fact that it's been 6 months since they've begun. Bridgerton started production for season 3 long ago. We got a pretty cute video of all the actors who will be appearing in the upcoming season on YouTube by Netflix, though they were all in commoner attire. They've confirmed that season 3 was now in production by holding 2 fingers up at first to represent the second season, and then immediately putting up a third. We saw the likes of the actors behind Anthony, Kate, Lady Bridgerton, Eloise, and even Queen Charlotte herself. And in the end, we got the stars of the next season. The actors behind Colin and Penelope.
It's such an incredible position, and well, one should declare it. Assuredly.
Season 3 will be skipping over Benedict's storyline temporarily, since the people behind the show thought it was high time to finally bring Colin and Penelope's storyline to an end. Things ended pretty badly for the two at the end of the second season, so it'll definitely be dealing with that. It'll also be based on the book Romancing Mr. Bridgerton. Anyways, things were going pretty swimmingly for a while for the production of season 3 of the show, until just recently when Bridgerton suddenly shut down production. As I said, things were going pretty awesome. Everyone loved season 1 and 2 of the show and all the characters in it, to the point that we're even getting a prequel series focused entirely on Queen Charlotte herself.
Yeah.
People will notice you are missing, will they not?
I shall worry about that later. Now, if you please. I just need a little help. Come, make haste.
Bridgerton is becoming a full-blown franchise. It's that big. Of course, production for the third season of the show started a while ago, but suddenly the people behind the show suddenly shut it down. Wait, what went wrong? Well, apparently, the bosses thought that some of the storylines for the show had, in their own words, gone too dark. According to some sources working on the production for the hit Netflix series, some of the scripts even had to be rewritten because the producer behind the show, Shonda Rhimes, wanted to give viewers more joy. Also, there were some pretty serious concerns over a certain steamy plotline. One source even shared with the Mail that the filming got delayed because the screenwriter was not happy with the direction of it, and that it needed the fun back. And so to deal with the changes to the script, the filming, of course, had to be delayed until a final script could be finalized. And while fans were of course upset with the delay, at least one thing's for sure. The Bridgerton team definitely wants to get it right, and have fans as excited and happy about the next season as they have been about the first 2. So the delay is actually a really good thing, and it wasn't for forever, of course. I'd like to be the first person to tell you that season 3 of Bridgerton is back in production. Yep, that's right. While we all know that Bridgerton is set in the English capital during the Regency era, some of the cast members were interestingly spotted filming the third season of the show elsewhere.
Very dignified, isn't it? Imagine.
I
can't even get it between my legs.
Okay.
To be specific, they were spotted on the 17th of January filming in Bath. Considering the super cold weather lately, to the point that the temperature is usually in the negative region in the morning, and then warms up a little bit by midday, the actors had to make sure they stayed warm. And so, they were spotted in between takes donning some anachronistic puffer jackets. To be honest, things aren't so bad even while they're filming too. The show's set in the Regency era after all, and that means several layers of clothing regardless of the season. Many were seen in brightly colored jackets, waistcoats, top hats, and even gloves. As for the women, they were in their beautiful frilly dresses with their ruffles all the way up to their necks as well as long sleeves. At one point, one of the actresses on the show even wrapped up a scarlet red blanket around herself in between the filming scenes, as members of the crew were spotted wearing furry hats and thick jackets to battle the cold. It looks like it wasn't so bad being a woman in the early 19th century, in the winter months at least. Specifically, the filming took place in Bath's Royal Crescent, which is a site that has been used for production before. The street is actually the location for the exterior of the Featherington home on the show. Interestingly though, the core members of the Featherington family were nowhere to be seen. Anyway, let's talk about some of the first look photos from season 3. As the team for Bridgerton was spotted filming in Bath, we got some pretty cool first look photos for the third season of the show too. Donning their absolute best Regency attire, a lot of the cast members were seen coming back to the set to finally resume work on the Netflix hit series after production suddenly halted temporarily. Sources even spotted a horse and carriage on the set as work continued on the much-anticipated Netflix show. One actress could even be seen dressed in a pretty pale pink and lilac-fitted gown as she arrived on the arm of her equally well-dressed male companion. Another was dressed from head to toe in a beautiful eye-catching purple ensemble that had raven tresses swept into a voluminous updo. At this point, it's pretty interesting to note that most of the actors and actresses were wearing various shades of purple. It might just be a coincidence, but who knows? The men, of course, were all seen in Regency-style top hats and canes. Anyways, enough about the extras. Let's talk about the star of the show for the next season, Nicola Coughlan herself. And good news for all you Penelope fans, cause Penelope will be the diamond in season 3.
I had wanted to hear more about your travels.
I thought you would have been bored of my travels by now. You read and replied to more of my letters than anyone else.
One of the biggest questions of each season that keeps everyone on the edge of their seats is, who is the diamond of the season? In season 1, it was Daphne Bridgerton.
Alternative. Unlike you, I cannot simply declare I do not wish to marry. I do not have such a...
Played by the lovely Phoebe Dynevor. And in season 2, the gorgeous Charitha Chandran got the coveted title, though her on-screen sister Simone Ashley was the star of the show. Now it's none other than Penelope Bridgerton's turn. And we have the pictures to prove it. Newly released photo on set from the Third News, Coughlan was spotted filming the scene for the new season while in Bath. She was dressed in a vibrant green gown, beaming as she entered a soiree with her mother, Lady Portia Featherington, who is now the matriarch of the family. It's going to be really interesting how Penelope will play the role of the diamond of the season, especially considering how she'll be juggling her secret identity as Lady Whistledown as well. Will Eloise even keep her secret? There are a lot of questions that need to be answered in the new season, but we'll have to wait until the third season comes out to see what happens. But we do know a bit. According to Netflix, Penelope will definitely be looking for a husband this season, according to the streamer's description.
Rather who I aim to be. My purpose will challenge me to be brave and witty.
Preferably one who will provide her with enough independence to continue her double life as Lady Whistledown.
Yours truly, Lady Whistledown.
And far away from her mother and sisters. For now at least, we'll have the Bridgerton prequel centered around Queen Charlotte coming out pretty soon. Bridgerton Season 3 is probably unlike anything anyone's ever seen before. But you know what? I can't wait till Netflix calls back our favorite lords and ladies.